Hello everybody and welcome back. What we've got here is probably part one of probably going to be part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They no telling. But what you're looking at here is I have been kicking around the idea of doing a little kit bashing. But the other day I was visiting with a friend of mine who's in the model railroad again. He gave me this building. Of course, it was assembled when I first got it. So I thought, well, he didn't want it, gave it to me, so I thought I'd just try it and see what I could do with it. That way I didn't have any money invested, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. But the thing was assembled, fully assembled, had the roof on it and the sides and everything, and these are the windows. And the thing about this kit is I looked at the stamp on it. The patent on the thing is a Revell kit from 1959. So this thing's got a few years on it. So I just thought I was going to try it and see what I could do with it, paint it up and fix it. But the first thing I had to do was get it disassembled without breaking it all into many pieces. So after scratching my head a little bit, my wife came in and said, well, why don't you just try some fingernail polish remover? Well, that's fine, but you have to be careful with it because fingernail polish remover is just nothing more than acetone. So went up and got me a bottle. So wound up with a bottle of some just cheap fingernail polish remover. I think it cost me about $1 or something like that up at Walmart, and brought it home. And then what I did was took me a little just one of my little paint brushes. And what I would do is I would find and you can see how bowed these things are. I'm get a little work to do on these, but I just when these walls were together right here, I just dipped that in there and just ran me just a little bit down through here on the sides and let it soak for just a second or two, and just kind of pull on a little bit. And after a while, that glue got real soft, and that thing just came right off. And once I started doing that, I was able to do the whole kit like that. It's got some damage to it. It's from where this is where some glue was on it. But I think once I get this sanded down and everything, it's going to be okay. But like I say, this kit's got a few years on it now. Now let me say this about the nail polish remover and the acetone. It will damage plastic. Don't kid yourself. It will damage your plastic. So if you try something like this, be real careful with it. As a matter of fact, you might just want to get you a piece of plastic and try it on the side just to make sure that it's not going to eat your plastic up. Because it's a lot like glue. Glue has acetone in it, and it will help welds the plastic together. So that's what we're going to try to do. This thing has not been painted. This is the original. This is the way it came out of the kit. These are two of the front doors, and like I say, this is probably this is an antique 1959, 1960, early 60s type building, which means it was probably the type of building they used in the 50s, maybe back in the 40s. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to put a little effort into this, see what we can come up with. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is some of the glass windows that went in there. This is the part that came out of the ceiling or the roof here. Of course, it comes in the back. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's going there. So probably what I have to do is just use some regular, just straight old styrene, clear styrene, and just make me some windows in there and see what happens. So there we have that part of it. We'll get this up. We're going to get it started. Got to figure out a way to get these. I've got to see the two ends here. You can see how bad they are just totally just warped. So I don't know what we're going to do there. But we're going to give it a try, see what we come up with. New paint job, a little sanding here and there. Try to do a little detail work and try to get some, this is a brick building, so it's got a little white inlay in there where, mortar and everything, but I'm going to try to enhance that a little bit and see what we come up with. So this is going to be a project, so it's got really nothing to do with the railroad I'm building. This is a little bit dated. Mine is going to be more, a little bit more modern. You know, I'd say somewhere, you know, from the 80s on up. So, but anyway, I just thought, you know, what the heck? I haven't got anything invested in it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And but check back with us. We'll see how it goes. And as soon as I get everything painted, we'll put up another video here and let you see what take a look at it. And if you got anything to say about it, that of course that's, you know, that's a given. More than welcome comments. So, but the big thing right now is I got to figure out a way to get these things leveled out here, and I think I'm going to have to drag out the old blow dryer and give that a try and see if I can get those, maybe lay something down on top of that and then take the blow dryer and heat them up, and maybe they'll get that bow out of them. But anyway, that's what we got so far. And since it's cold outside, being down here in Tennessee, like I said before, it does get cool down here. Not much I can do out in the garage where my train layout is. So might as well just work in here where it's nice and warm, and plenty of adult beverages in the refrigerator in there. So anyway, check back with us later, and we'll see how far this project's gone. Thanks for coming by, and hope everybody had a good New Year. So let's go play with some trains.